Doesn't matter what's the rush. What's the rush?
Alright. Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful day. The bag is packed. Let's go for a little adventure. Wait, I think I forgot one piece of gear. Hold on. And you guys thought I wasn't gonna wear my hippie hat today? Yeah, right. So today I gotta go head to the post office, guys. I'm expecting a package from my friend Tim Watson. You guys might know him from our beautiful little bushcraft community. My plan is I'm gonna head over to the post office. I'm actually gonna get a ride over there. It's not too far away, probably like a half-hour hike or walk, I guess. So I'm gonna head to the post office. I'm gonna grab what's there. I'm going to then walk to a patch of woods that's very close to the post office and right next to the river. And then I'm gonna follow the river and the woods all the way back to my house. So I'm gonna have probably a little lunch out in the bush. I think I'm gonna use my Vargo titanium alcohol stove and a quick ready meal, and we'll get that going for you guys. I'm also gonna keep my eyes peeled today for some really nice pieces of pine. I'm looking to get some good wood to carve with. So if I can find some nice pine, I'm gonna take that home with me as well. So let's get started and stay tuned. YouTube! Alright guys, so I've completed my journey to my local post office. I finally got the package from my friend Tim. I'm going to do an unboxing video of that, and we'll probably release it in a day or two. So take a look for that. But now I'm just kind of walking down this little public path. And this public path is going to bring me to a patch of woods by the river. You guys have probably seen a few videos from the river there. I think today will be a good day. Like I said, we're gonna make some lunch at the very least, and I'm gonna go on the hunt for some materials today, so that should be interesting. Stay tuned, guys, and I'll bring you back when we get to the river, all right? YouTube! What's up, guys? So we're here. We're at the river. I have a couple goals for today, all right? And I'll talk about those really quick. A few things I would like to do. I'm here at the river. I've been here at this actual location only one other time. I tested out my buddy burner here. But right across the way is this, what appears to be an island. I went on Google Earth, I looked. The river does split and go around this chunk of land here. I don't know how shallow the water is all the way around. And if the water is deep enough to where nobody could walk across, I'm gonna take my kayak over there. I'm gonna kind of recce out that island at some point, and I'm probably gonna hang a hammock and spend a night or two out there. I would never spend the night on this side of the river just due to the homeless population, the amount of drunks and vagrants that hang out here. Some of you are probably like, well, you know, you could be one of those bushcraft hippie, you're pretty close, but it is kind of scary in this little area here. Definitely not a place you want to hang out for too long by yourself. But my goal today, I'm gonna go up the riverbank this way. There's trails that kind of follow the river. So I'm gonna go up the river this way. I'm gonna go as far around as I can and basically check to see what the water levels look like and to see if I can get to that island in a boat. And the main thing is no one else, you know, I wanna make sure that that island isn't accessible by anything other than boat. I don't know many homeless people that own a boat, so they'll have to come swim to get me. And I found this little spot. So obviously people have been hanging out and partying down here. This is a big party area for, like I said, the homeless and the crazies. Oh man. This was done pretty fresh by the feels of it, and that's not good for the tree, so poor tree. Whoever did it didn't even really carve their initials in that well. What a loser. Loser. Let's bring you around. Let's see what's over here. It's been a few years. I mean, I used to come run around here when I was a teenager, me and my friends, but my friends and I. This is what it looks like. You can start to see up there the river splitting. I think that if there's any way to cross to get to this main island, that'll be it. So I'm gonna go check out down over there. No pine trees as of yet, but I do see a lot of dead standing, stuff that's got blown down. So hopefully I'll find something good to whittle with off some of this dead standing. And I'll catch back in with you guys, all right? All right, made it just a little further up. I've been following just this little tiny trail here, and it's kind of tough going. It's overgrown a little bit, and there's some pretty sketchy little areas. This is what I've been looking for right here. This looks like a nice little spot just to hang out for a little bit and maybe cook up some lunch on my alcohol stove. Quite honestly, I like the view here as well. It's just a shame that, like right here in this spot, I would not feel safe hanging a hammock and sleeping for the night. Unfortunately, because this is a beautiful little spot. I would love to camp here. The city is probably 500 yards that way. Not too far away from the city right now. And the further we go up this river, the less trash, the less sign of people there is. There's a little bit of trash right there, but it is what it is. I haven't seen a single pine tree. I don't think there's any pine trees that actually live on the coast of this little river here. So I'm gonna keep my eyes out for some dead standing, pretty much anything at this point that is about the size I need. I've run out of wood to work with and carve with, and I've got a hankering to carve some more mushrooms, so we'll see how that goes. But I think I'm gonna stop here, take the pack off, probably have a little bit of water, and I'm gonna get some lunch going for you guys. So stay tuned for just a sec, and I'll be right back. The River Islands. All right, guys. So I'm hanging out. I got all my stuff. I got my little cook kit here, my miniature cook kit. Got my 18-ounce Ozark Trail cook cup, as well as my Nalgene with me today. I brought a Southwest style chicken ready meal. And to cook it with today, I've got my Vargo Titanium little alcohol stove. I did a review on this one, guys. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link down in the description. Sweet little stove. One of these retails for almost $30, I believe, might be even a little bit more, but I got this for free off a friend. And a little improvement that I made, a few of you guys were telling me, it's easier to pour. What I use for fuel is heat. Heat is just something you can get at any gas station. I believe it's just denatured alcohol. Or actually, no, I don't think it is. I'm not sure exactly what heat is. But I put it inside this little, we call it a nip bottle. This is just an old bottle that used to have some apple cider flavored whiskey. It's easier to pour out of this bottle than it is the actual heat bottle, so I went with this one. I'll bring you guys in here. Uh-oh, my phone is inside my pocket and it's taking pictures. That's not good. Alright guys, so we got the heat. You don't want to apply too much. That's one thing I learned my first test run of this bad boy. And you want to pour just a little bit at a time because it does take a second to go in. I might just pour a little bit more in, and I'm going to see how much cook time I can get off just a half of a little nip bottle here. I'd say that's roughly about half, maybe a little more. There we go. So, see what our run time is off a half a bottle. Brought one of these. It's called a Crocs lighter. I hate lighters that have this little push down button. But what it's going to do is it's going to allow me to light it without lighting myself on fire, hopefully. Okay, I think she's going. Sometimes it's hard to tell when these first start off if you've actually got it going. My advice would be to light it, let it sit for a second, and just watch it. Alright guys, so it looks like we finally got ignition here. The one thing I gotta say, and just like a quick call for help actually, I like the alcohol stove. It's cool to use. It takes a while to get it going. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You know, I used about half of a little shot thing here. This is, I don't think it says how much is in here, but 50 milliliters. So I used about 25 milliliters of fuel, and it's going now, but it took, I want to say it took almost 5 minutes. I didn't add any more fuel, but what I did is I tried to light it. I could see fumes. I could see that it was burning up what was sitting in the little indent there. But it was having trouble getting going. So I put a little stick underneath, or I lit a stick on fire and put it underneath, which helps heat up the alcohol that's in there, which creates fumes, which then is what gives you this this little jet here. I don't know if you guys use alcohol stoves and you know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know. I kind of would like to figure it out one of these days here. Probably gonna eat lunch here. I am just loving the river right now. The breeze that's coming down this river is nice and cool, very refreshing. And I've had a couple busy, kind of stressful days. So right now, today, that this is just, it feels great to just hang out and relax. I don't really have much planned for today. I'm gonna record this video. I need to probably find a piece of wood before I go to carve, because I would love to carve tonight. It's Thursday, so I will be doing I will be recording a Thursday night shout out before I watch my favorite TV show, Alone. And so the only thing I have to do is I need to go buy a fancy beer from the store, so I can pop a beer while I do a shout out. Did that last week and I really enjoyed it, and honestly that video with the beer shout outs got 100 views in 24 hours, which is huge for me. I know some people get 100 views in like 20 minutes, but 100 views in 24 hours is a super huge deal to me. And I really love it, so thank you guys for doing what you do. I'm gonna put you guys down, and I might just go hang out by the river here, sit on the bank and watch the river flow. Actually, I'll bring you guys with. Alright guys, my little lunch is done. I think I did it without burning anything today. Last time I cooked this, I burnt a little bit to the bottom. The alcohol stove got too hot and I didn't stir it, but it's really good. Alright guys, it's been a few hours actually. I think it's literally been almost an hour since I last recorded. I ate my lunch, hung out right down there, is where the little river spot was. And I just did a walk around the area looking for decent trees. I decided I didn't want to use any of the trees from this area. A, I was looking for pine. There's no pine around here. B, this place has been pretty used and abused for probably almost 100 years. It's a pretty big town. And I just figured I'd be more resourceful and better for the environment if I went and just took wood from somewhere else. You know, this place down here needs all it can, needs all the wood it has, I'm assuming. So I will bite the bullet and I'll take a little bit longer of an adventure into some deeper actual woodland areas. I know a little pine grove actually that has a lot of fallen over and dead pine trees. So I'm gonna head there probably in a day or two. I'll bring you guys along. We'll hunt for some fat wood together and we shall look for some good wood to carve. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be drinking a beer and carving tonight, but I feel good about it. I don't need to really take any of the trees from Mother Nature over here. She needs all the trees she can get. I'm gonna follow this little path here. Pretty overgrown. What this is an old railroad track. Hasn't been used in since I've been alive. I remember being like 5 and 6, and my dad and I would go ride bikes out in this area. I'm gonna follow the railroad tracks back. That's gonna bring me right back to where we started this video. And then I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna relax. Probably go back out, get a fancy beer, crack that beer, and do some shout outs for you guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Oh, I just hit 215 subscribers last night. 215. So I need to get out and do an overnight. I promised a bunch of people that I was gonna do that just for my 100 subs. And I have a few ideas of what I wanna do for a giveaway for my channel. I'm not the richest person, so it's gonna take a little planning and a little saving, but it's well worth it to me to give back to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe. Definitely leave me comments down below. You guys are such a great community, bushcraft community, and you guys always leave me wonderful comments, but the more the merrier. Any questions or anything like that, just let me know, ask away. And don't forget to have a wonderful day, guys. Get out in the woods, get out in trees, in nature, and enjoy yourselves. So take care, guys. Peace out.